Hey guys, welcome back to doremicom channel. I had a bunch of people ask me about the Black Templar FAQ, but there were two that were released simultaneously, one being the Dark Angels as well. Something that we didn't make mention of in the Black Templar Codex FAQ review was that they changed the apothecary rules, so basically all models in his squad have the feel no pain special rule, which is pretty cool. And now we're talking about Dark Angels. So, at the end of last video, Smurf made mention of the fact that he thinks that this FAQ for the Dark Angels really did give it a bigger push than the Black Templar one. And I'm going to let him, since he's actually played Dark Angels, run with it first. Y'all thoughts?
Okay. Big thing, they updated, the Sacred Standard, which is kind of interesting, because this used to be a bit of cheese. It used to say all units with a model, so it used to apply to enemies as well. Now it says all friendly units, so they're worth taking now. You're not affecting your...
What'll be interesting is to find out whether or not all friendly units in a 2v2 game mean your buddy's army as well.
That I don't know, but now you're not buffing your enemy, which is nice. Right. Same with the Book of Salvation, because what the Book of Salvation used to do, it's been a while. This had to get it used to be all units within 12 inches were fearless. So you'd have a little Tau unit run up on you, and they're like, oh yeah, we're fearless now. And you're like, oh, you know.
Did they really play it that way too?
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
It says all units.
This is where the way rules are written and the intention of the rule this far apart. I mean, that's just dumb. I mean, case in point, someone brought to my attention, I think it was Juan, the Necron player on my channel, made mention of something to do with chaos, and he said that in the 5th edition core rulebook, it says that you can use psychic abilities at the start of a player turn. Not your player turn, a player turn. And player turns were defined as there are 2 player turns for every game term. So the question came up on whether or not your Chaos Sorcerer, could he use psychic abilities at the start of the opponent's turn? And it made my head melt, because the way that it's worded in the 5th edition core rulebook, you can easily argue that. But thankfully, for the first time in many, many moons, someone at GW actually responded to Juan and said that, no, it meant your player turn.
Yeah. Searchlight changed whatever, command squads. Up to 2 veterans may replace their bolter or chainsword with a flamer for 5 points, melt gun for 10, plasma gun for 15.
Is that cheaper than it used to be?
It used to be flamer for 5, melt gun for 10, plasma gun for 15.
Wasn't that the same? I'm glad they FAQ'd that.
I don't know. A flamer for 5 points per model, melt gun for 10 points per model, and a plasma gun for 15 points. That looks like the exact same wording.
Yeah, I don't know. So, and also, guys, the Power of the Machine Spirit, did it change? Because did they have the Black Templar Power of the Machine Spirit? Because they made a big deal about changing that as well in the Dark Angel FAQ.
Oh, okay. I see what they changed it. Okay. Never mind. Yes, but also the Nanotherium Reductor for the Apothecary now gives Feel No Pain, whereas it used to ignore a wound. So,
right.
Typhoon missile launchers got updated, Cyclone missile launchers got updated, sniper rifles no longer cause pinning. It says ignore pinning under the type heading. But they get it because they're sniper rifles. I don't know.
Right.
Whirlwinds got updated. Machine Spirit got updated. Drop Pod is now BS4. Storm Shields got the 3-up at all times. Combat Shields are 6-up at all times. Smoke Launchers got updated. Veteran Squads, they got the They Shall Know No Fear update.
I'll be honest with you, it's like, this FAQ seems a lot to me. Like, I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion about this. It seems like this FAQ really isn't much more than the Black Templar FAQ. GW is waiting to release a new Dark Angel Codex. It probably is going to be some craziness thing that they're going to do, which is really going to put them on par with everything. But right now, they're releasing a slight update so that basically they can hear foreign people stop bemoaning, well, my combat or my Storm Shield doesn't give me a 3+ invul save. And quite honestly, with your Dark Angel, with your Dark Eldar, your IG, all these long range, heavy hitting weapons type platform deals, you need the invul save.
You really do. And the only reason why I say Dark Angels really need this, because now you can have a squad of Deathwing Terminators. Everyone has Thunderhammer Storm Shield. One guy has a Cyclone Missile Launcher strapped to his back with his Thunderhammer Storm Shield. They deep strike in. They have Feel No Pain. They're not going to move. These guys became tough as nails, and they're fearless.
Right.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I think that's really good for these guys. Feel No Pain, 2-up, 3-up, and fearless.
So
with a missile launcher.
So if here is the Space Marine Codex, which we were saying is pretty much the bottom of the pile of the 5th edition codices, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Black Templar sliding in directly underneath them, and Dark Angels kind of tapping in at their level. But again, it's not. You're not going to go toe to toe with a Space Wolves player.
Yeah, I think with a Deathwing army, you definitely can now.
Really,
I really do.
You guys heard it here. Smurf and I might do a virtual 40K. For those of you who know, you know what I'm talking about. We'll do a virtual 40K match, and maybe I'll put together a quick
I will wreck your house.
Space Wolves army and make him cry like I did with the BT and Dark Angels.
No, we tied that one, sir.
No.
We tied that one.
No, not the time that I brought the 2 Land Raider Crusaders.
Because I'm pretty sure that was the game that I had 3 Venerable Dreadnoughts that did not die. Just saying.
We like the smack talk. It's all in good fun. No negative comments here.
I mean, the whole time you're going, son of a, they're all venerable. I think they're definitely tougher, I think we're going to see a lot of people dusting off their Deathwing.
It's not that the FAQ provides. It's not that they're stronger. They're just more resilient. Is what they've successfully done with this.
Yes.
By giving the 3+ invul save on a Deathwing army, it really does introduce some new opportunities for the Dark Angels.
Mm-hmm. I really do. I mean, if you went toe-to-toe with I'm taking normal Marines, no. They just won't cut it. But if it's I'm taking Deathwing, Ravenwing hybrid, I think some faces might get punched.
Yeah, especially with that Ravenwing pull up, close, have the beacon, drop them in.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it mixed in with some of the other special rules for the Dark Angels. You definitely do have some potency there. The Black Templar did maintain one thing which made me happy, and that is that their drop pods, when they drop in, can fire on the turn they arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm clicking real quickly to make sure I didn't just speak out of turn there.
That'd be hilarious if you did.
You know how I am about rules. I only talk about rules when I hopefully know that they're correct.
So I definitely think
they didn't touch on the FAQ, and in the book it states yes, you can fire on the turn you arrive for Black Templar.
I mean, especially if you give them like the company standard. You can add one to their attack. So here you have Terminators charging with. They have 2 base, plus 1 for charging, 4 Thunderhammer attacks apiece.
Yeah. It could be brutal, but again, it's, I don't know. I need to see it in action. It does seem like the Dark Angels got a little bit of a better boost in their FAQ than the Black Templar, but it could be argued
definitely
that they needed it slightly more than Black Templar did.
I don't know.
It could be argued.
Yep. And I think we'll see it played out over the next couple months.
Yep. So, again, overall, do I think GW did a great thing with these FAQs? Yes. Do I think that do I think they did the balancing act that they did with Warhammer Fantasy Battles with these FAQs? No. Not at all. But it really, these 2 codices really needed full-blown codice changes, not just, 1 or 2 little things.
Agreed.
So that's where we're at.
I do like now that Tech Marines can sit inside of a vehicle and repair it.
Yeah. Because they're too squishy, right? Someone sees the guy on the outside of the tank. Plus, you have to be in base to base at the start of your movement phase in order to repair a vehicle.
So you spend 2 turns to try to repair.
Right. Again, it means that I can put in a Tech Marine into a Land Raider and keep that thing going. That's what it means.
Still my favorite, loan them in drop pods with heavy bolter servitors. Still my favorite.
True.
That was a fun game.
That was an awesome game, guys. This has been our review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps for Black Templar and Dark Angel players. You'd be crazy not to take a look at this because I don't see any real negative thing minus a couple of things that got a little bit more expensive, but really nothing worth complaining about for the bonus that you're getting, like the Storm Shield's going from 10 points more to 15 points more, but conferring a 3+ invul save at all times as opposed to only in close combat. So that's been our review. Like I said, hope you enjoyed it, and we're out of here. Peace. And we're back for part 2 of episode 5 of season 2 of Video Games in a Nutshell. We're here with my panel, Wargame Painting Solid Smurf.